Okay, we're moving on to chapter 5, which is our fractions. And we're going to be working with the beginning part of fractions. I know some of you did this last year with Ms. Popovich. So you will be familiar with it, so that's a good thing. And hopefully as we go through this, you will start to see and remember some of the things you were taught last year. Megan.
What type of a hole? Like the black holes in space? Or like
No, W-H-O-L-E, not H-O-L-E. Yes?
I love fractions. It's such fun.
They are. Okay, so let's go on. First off, we have our title, and then we have our key learning. This is the first thing you have to know. You have to know how to name the parts of a fraction, and these fractions name equal parts of a whole. We'll talk about what this means in a minute. And the next thing is a proper fraction has to represent less than a whole. You're actually going to be introduced to something later, a little bit later, called improper fractions. Megan?
You call me Megan again.
I did not, Megan. Going on. The third thing is the denominator, and that's the remember D?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember Mrs. Popovich? D. Denominator, dirt. Good. It's on the ground. The denominator tells how many equal parts are in one whole thing. And the numerator, that's the top one, that tells you how many of those equal parts we're going to be counting. Well, let's get started. Pioneers, many, many years ago, made quilts from scraps of material sewn together. Square pieces are easily fit together. Here is a picture of a quilt. Now, it's kind of hard to tell because I'm looking at this going, can you guys tell the difference between the colors?
Yes.
You can? Alright, so there's green and yellow. So how many squares on this quilt are yellow, Brooke? 5, okay? So they're the middle ones, right? They got the plus sign in the middle. So just if you're not sure, this is yellow, this is yellow, this is yellow,
How come you're using
this is yellow, and this is yellow because I don't have a yellow one. But it'll work, okay? And of course, this one over here is green, and green, and green, and green. I know that. Okay? So just to help you with the colors if you're having difficulty. So we know that we have 5 yellow squares. And that's true, because it says 5 right after that. Now the next question is, how many squares are there in total, Ryan?
9.
There are 9. That is correct. Good job. So there are 5 out of 9 squares which are yellow, right? So 5 out of 9 is another way of saying a fraction. 5 over 9 means 5 out of 9. So we have 5 yellow squares. And that's the number on the top. This one here is referred to as your numerator right there. Over a total of 9 possible. So you have 5 out of 9. Okay? Does everybody understand so far?
I remember in grade 3 whenever someone said denominator, both the
Numerator and the denominator. Okay. 5 over 9 is called a fraction. It's referred to as a proper fraction because the top, the 5, is less than the 9. Now that does not necessarily mean much, but later on we're going to introduce you to something called an improper fraction, and it's called an improper fraction because you can have something like 9 over 5, and that's improper. Okay? It's possible. It means you have 1 and something else to go with it. We'll talk about that later on. You think about it, okay? It has 2 parts. We talked about that. The top is called the numerator, and that's the part you're counting. And we counted 5 yellow squares, so the numerator in this case is 5. We have a bottom number called the denominator. It's the total number of things you have, and in this case, we have 5 out of 9. Okay, ready to go on? Okay, ladies. Let's look at another example. Here's a set of blue marbles and yellow marbles. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Not too difficult, right?
Why does their eyes have to be yellow? Yeah.
I don't just...
Every purple.
All right. You want different colors? I'm moving on. Okay, so what fraction of these marbles are blue, Cole?
5.
That's not a fraction. 5 out of?
3. 5 out of 8.
5 out of 8. So the fraction he said is there are 5 blue out of 8. Okay. What's that? 5 over 8. So which number is the denominator? Abby? 8. Which one is the numerator, Kate? The 8.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
No, wait. Wait. 8? 8? Wait. What? Which one is the, let me help you out, okay? I'm gonna go back and we're gonna rewind. Wait. Kate. Abby, which one is the denominator? Kate, which one is the numerator? Good job. And so now we can rewind, eh? All right, moving on to the next question. What fraction of the marbles are yellow, Brooke? Good answer, but it's not the one we're looking for. 3? 3 over 8. So the ones which are yellow, there are 3 out of 8, or 3/8 of them are yellow. All right, so work with me, okay? Okay, so what fraction are pink? Yes. 9. 9, right?
Wait, no, it's 1 out of 8. Look, the whole.
But it's not a marble.
It's
All right, so we know that in this case, 0 out of 8 are pink. So you may think that this is a trick question, but you could be asked a question like this, couldn't you? What fraction of these marbles is pink? There's no pink there. Well, that means there's 0 out of 8 which are pink. Yes.
Marble.
What?
Just made
I
marble.
made a marble, yes. Okay, moving on then to our next question. We have some squares now. And I had so much fun drawing these squares and doing all the colors. It was really fun.
That was yellow again.
Is it yellow?
Yeah, that's blue.
All right, so here we go. We have squares. The first question you have to answer is, what fraction of these squares are blue, Ethan?
4. No.
That's half the answer. What about the other half?
4. 13.
4 what?
Oh, a thingy 9. Oh, a thingy 9.
Thingy 9.
4. What is a line?
Okay, 4, one of the lines, and a 9. Oh, that's okay. Let's learn from this, okay? So, does he have the correct numerator?
Yes.
Yes, he does. So he's made a mistake on his denominator. So who can tell me, don't tell me what the number is, who can describe or tell me the definition of the denominator? Okay. Okay.
It is a two-digit number.
Well, no, I don't want you to give me hints. If someone said, well, what's a denominator? What would you say to them?
It is how many items out of all.
How many items out of all?
All of them. All of them?
Out of all of them. Yes, I know you're going to count. Do you need to go up and count, or are you okay?
13.
13.
Count 13, no. 14.
I count 13.
Yeah, 13.
All right, so I believe that this here has to be fixed. That's not a big deal. So this becomes 4 over 13, or 4 out of 13. Is Ethan correct now?
Yes.
Good job. Okay. Next question. Going out to.
One of them are sort of golden brownish.
I'm glad you didn't think so. Okay, so let's go get the new cup. Where's my new cup? What'd you do with it? You stole it. What'd you do with it? Oh, that's right. Okay, so I'll just pick it up.
The one you yelled, just pick one off the floor.
I know. I cannot keep track of my toys, can I?
Yes, this is me.
My mom, this is Evie. This is Evie also said, all right, this one goes out to Cole. All right, Cole. What fraction of these squares are yellow?
3. No. Yeah.
What fraction? Key word.
14.
Fraction.
14 out of 3.
14 out of 3.
14 out of 3.
All right, so let's take a look. Now, you know what? I'm glad he said that. Not because I'm glad he's wrong, but I want to think about this. Pardon me?
It said 13.
Say 13 over 3? All right.
No, I meant 3 out of 13.
You meant 3
Yeah.
out of 13. Okay, now let's just talk. Okay, you got it right. I want you to take a look at this right here, the 13 over 3, because that is something which we have to talk about. Why is this wrong, Meg?
Have you watched me for the camera right there? Order.
Just delaying for I don't know the answer and I'm wait long enough to ask somebody else. Okay, Leon, before you have a fit here.
Because the numerator has more than the
Okay, in this case, the numerator has more than the denominator, but what is our total set? How much do we have in total? 13. So we cannot have a fraction of 13 out of 3, because if we had 13 out of 3, we'd be saying this would be in groups of 3, and it isn't. It's in a group of 13, isn't it? Brooke, what do you have to add?
You had 13 blocks at only 3 blocks.
Well, that's true. That's true too.
Unless you had
Okay, so we know that there's 3 and 2 out of 13. What's the French word for 13? Does anybody know? Tres. Vamos do tres. Good, so we're good. Alright? Alright, so next, moving on to our next question. What fraction of these squares are white? White. Who is it? David's not here. Try again. And...
Can't do it.
Okay, but she cheated on us. Okay, Sid. What fraction of these? 3 out of what? Right on the board. 3 out of what?
Okay.
3 out of 13. Is she correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're starting to understand. Alright, so that's correct. Moving on to the next slide, it says, what fraction of the following grid is shaded in? Wow, that's a different look. I put all the squares together, didn't I? Alright, who do you got coming up for the answer? Abby.
Okay. There's five on the top. Oh, okay.
Yeah? That's good, right? Is she right?
No.
And, deux, trois, quatre. Right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No.
7, 4. And it's over. So is she done right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, can you spell no in French?
No.
Nope.
N-U.
Nope. N-O-N. N-O-N is no in French. And what is yes in French? How do you spell it? No. O-U-I.
What?
Yeah, don't go spelling French. They got the wrong letters. Moving on. My wife's going to kill me now, isn't she? Alright, let's go on. What fraction of this grid is not shaded? I need the sticks. Who's got sticks? Who'd you pull? Tiffany's not here. Pull another one. Hey! Alright. Well, remember, it's what is not shaded this time. So, because your neighbor's pulled shade. Now you're going to watch this and he's going to go, boy, I hope Kate gets it right.
What? This caveman.
It's 6 out of how many? 6 are unshaded. Remember, your top, the numerator is how many you're counting. The denominator is how many there are in total. So how many are there in total? There you go. These. 6 over. Alright, 6 over 10. He's putting down line. Okay, so we have 6. What's the word for French, which is 6? Six. And what's the word for 10 in French? Okay, how about, what's the word 6 in German?
Somebody would know that.
Sit down, sit down. 5, 5, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, know that one in Spanish. That's good. Hanas tos. What's South Korean? Hanas tos. I forget them. I forget the Korean. Oh well. Oh, you did Mexican. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's go on. Now, pulling the stick, you have to draw me a picture which is going to show the fraction 2 over 3. Alright, Kate, pull the stick. These are yours.
I hope it's mine.
You want to do it? Is it? Who is it? Caitlin, you're wrong. Everybody but Caitlin is cheering. Okay. What's the matter? Do something?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
They're all mixed up. Oh, boy.
Are we? She's gonna clean the house before she lives in it.
Oh, the house. Princess Palace.
All right, are we ready? All right, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Dave?
Can I do it in a circle?
You have to be careful how you do it. But, okay, we'll get rid of that what you just did there. Okay, so, do you want to just leave this? Are you done with this one? Okay, so you do a circle. All right.
No, it's not.
Ooh.
It's a tomato.
Well, you don't have to be perfect.
There's a peace sign.
It's a peace sign.
Yeah, upside
It's
down.
upside down Y kind of thing. And you can't use your sleeve to erase what the board. Okay, now circle it.
A stick man.
There you go, circle it. Okay.
Do it.
Okay, fine.
That is a peace
Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I think you did a great job, but I think we'll clean that just a little bit for you, okay?
Okay.
I know what she's trying to do here, and she's got the right idea, but she has to make a circle, so I'm going to grab a circle right here. Where's the circle here? I'm going to grab the circle. Here's my circle. See my circle? I'm going to go drawing one.
No, you're not. It's oval.
It's not a circle, it's a circle. And I need to have a line in here. Can you put that down so I can have a line? Just really messing with my smart board. And we need to have a line. So here is from there to there, and from there to there, and from there to there. So is that equally about thirds?
Yeah.
All right, so you need now to finish this off. And how are you going to continue showing 2 out of the 3?
I thought you.
Oh, so she's shading me 1. So how much is shaded in now? 1 out of 3, right? And now she's got 2 out of 3.
The last one now.
Good job. What are you doing now? All right, 2 out of 3. Good job. Good job. What fraction of this one is not shaded? Ethan. No, I know that one. What fraction is not shaded in this? Not shaded. I know that one. What fraction? Remember fraction has top and bottom?
Yeah.
You said 1. Good. What's on the bottom?
3.
1. 1 is not shaded. Out of. You got that?
Yeah.
All right, turn the page. 5 out of 7. Can you do that? Can you give me that back, please? Always. Okay, can you put that back, please? All right, we have a technical issue here. Those parents at home are popsicle sticks, which we're drawing out of, fell on the floor. So we're good. Let's go on to Brooke now. Okay, Brooke, pull a stick. And then that person has to go up and draw a picture of 5 out of 7. And who is it, Brooke? Abby. Holy mackerel, you're lucky today, girl. Is that what it is, man? All right, well, let's see if luck works on keeping everything correct.
Okay.
5 out of 7.
Oh, okay.
Each one of those squares is equal. It is kind of easy. I'm glad you think so. So how many are you got there total?
This is the color to shade in. Oh, wait. That. Yeah.
So, you shaded in. How much is shaded in now? Stop. How much is shaded in now?
1.
1 what?
7 out of 1. 7 out of 1.
7?
1 out of 7.
1 out of 7 is shaded. Okay, so we got that.
2 out of 7.
2 out of 7.
3 out of 7.
7.
4 out of 7. 5 out of 7.
Not yet. All right, so 5 out of 7 is shaded, right? So we know that we just did this. This is 5 out of 7. Good job there. So what fraction is not shaded, Cole? 2 out of 7. Did you notice something? What's 5 plus 2 equal?
7.
And that would be all of it, wouldn't it? Did you notice? Whenever you have parts which are shaded and unshaded, the two that are shaded and unshaded, when you add them together, has got to equal all of them. It doesn't work with colors because you have more than 2 colors. All right, turning the page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's 3:15. You can start. You may not be able to have for homework, but you can get started, okay? So get out your stuff and let's get moving.